Yo, what's good guys, LucaraMX Gaming here, bringing you guys for Top 10 Season 3 Episode 2. We are here and we are going to discuss the top 10 things to look forward to in the Boruto anime. Now, I will be referencing a few things from the manga. I don't read the manga myself, so I don't want any spoilers in the comments, so please forgive me. I'm not a manga reader, I don't like to read, so it's not my thing. But anyway, yeah, we're here, we're going to be discussing a few things that is going to obviously be looking forward to in Boruto. I've listed a few things down, and remember guys, like I said in the last episode, this is my opinion, so don't get angry or mad if stuff you want doesn't appear. Just leave your own little top 10 in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's begin with the discussion. Okay guys, at number 10 we have the relationship between Naruto and Boruto. So as you know, I think it was last week, maybe not last week, I don't remember when it was, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that. So obviously Boruto, Naruto, Sasuke and all the 5 Kage defeated, what's his name, Momoshiki, I think his name is, in the literally the what's it called, the Momoshiki arc in the anime. So after that, before that, Boruto said that he wanted a relationship with Naruto, like he wanted him to tell stories about his past and all that. But do you think Naruto is going to keep him to that promise? Probably will, but what I want to know is Naruto like going to help Boruto train? Is he going to like spend more time with like Boruto as a whole? Because he's Hokage now, so he's not going to have much like time, obviously. But is he going to make more time in his schedule? Is he going to help Boruto do stuff? Is he going to help him like become a better ninja? Well, we don't know that. So the reason this was probably ranked so low is because I don't really have much to say about this. But this next one, I assure you, is going to be a bit better. So stay tuned. And at number 9, we have the relationship between Boruto and Sasuke. I almost said Naruto and Sasuke, my bad. But Boruto and Sasuke, as you know, Boruto is training Sasuke at this very moment. So what if, like, this is like going to be like just a random throw out there. Like, what if Boruto went one day on a journey with Sasuke to train, like Naruto did with Jiraiya? Because if you think about it, like Naruto is like wanted to be like his father. He wanted to become like the 4th Hokage. He wanted to become the Hokage, and he did. But Boruto doesn't have the same idea in his head. He wants to be like more independent. He doesn't want to have to follow his father or his grandfather's footsteps. So he wants to be more like Sasuke, like be more unique and travel the world and protect people. Well, I don't know if he wants to travel, but you get what I mean. He wants to be more like Sasuke. On the other hand, whereas Sarada wants to become Hokage. So it's sort of like the roles have been switched. So Sasuke's daughter wants to become Hokage, while Naruto's daughter wants to become like Sasuke. So sort of weird switcheroo here, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like what if like, because Sasuke, if you remember in the Momoshiki arc, Sasuke was the only one who other than Boruto, who saw like Momoshiki's like ghost, I don't know what it was, like spirit fading, like, and told Boruto a few things like whose eyes will eventually cause pain to everyone you care about or something like that. I can't remember the exact line, but something like that. So Sasuke said from now on probably going to be keeping a close eye on Boruto. So like it's more of a reason for him to like get their relationship closer, because they're not close at the moment. Like, well, obviously, well, maybe not so much right now, but I feel like they're going to get closer. Like, I feel like Boruto might one day surpass Sasuke, and maybe Naruto. Will probably surpass Naruto, but Sasuke, as you know, I'm probably a Uchiha fanboy, so we'll see about that. But now, we move on to another pressing subject, which is number 8. Okay guys, at number 8, this is more of like a personal subject between Sasuke and Sarada. It's like more of Sarada's development, should I say. Like, as you know, Sarada has had her Sharingan awakened since a very young age. I think even younger than Sasuke, I believe. Like, Sarada, like, her Sharingan was awakened, like, because her father was not in her life most of the time. So, what I'm trying to think is, like, what if Sarada, if she were to awaken her Mangekyo Sharingan, that's if she were to do it, how would it be triggered? Like, would it be triggered through Sasuke's, like, dying, which, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't happen. As I said, I'm an Uchiha fanboy, like I said. But how else would it trigger? Like, something big would have to happen for her Mangekyo to activate. And, like, I'm trying to think, like, what else, like, could trigger her Mangekyo from activating? Another subject that would come along. What if Sarada found out about Itachi? Like, what if she found out, like, Itachi, like, murdered the entire Uchiha clan? What would happen then? And what would happen if, like, what would have views change of Sasuke and Naruto and everyone in the village that knew about this? Like, what would happen after that? You don't know. And will, the final one, which is probably very unlikely, but it might happen because her father has awakened it. Will she awaken the Rinnegan? Because her father awakened it, but Sasuke only awakened it because he has 6 past power. He's the reincarnate of Indra, and Naruto's the other one, which I can't remember what the other one's called. So yeah, like Sarada has so much potential now. Like she could develop so much. She just needs to like push herself. She wants to become Hokage, but she needs to push herself like a lot. And there's another subject I wanted to talk about, but I cannot slightly remember. What is it? Oh, another thing. Will Sarada like have all of Sasuke's like abilities? Like, cause Sasuke can use the Amaterasu. He can use all Uchihas that awaken the Monkey can use the Susanoo. Will she get the Eternal Monkey Sharingan? That's another thing. Like, that's another thing that could possibly happen. Like, what if like she awakened? Like, what if she like got the Eternal one and she has a chance of awakening the Rinnegan like that? That's a good chance. But now we move on to number 7. And at number 7, probably the fan favorite for everyone, the shippings in Boruto. There aren't many. I haven't seen many. I'm probably a bit denser than other people, but the only two I've seen are with Boruto and Sarada and Boruto and Sumori. Now, I'm more on the side of Boruto and Sarada. Like, there's been arguments, there's been war. World War 3 might stop because of this. Like, who should Boruto end up with in the end? They're already thinking way ahead. I swear to God, some people are a bit mad when it comes to this, but I'm more on the Boruto Sarada side. But it's only been shown recently that Sarada does have feelings for Boruto. It was shown in episode, I think, 66. That was, I think, last week or the week before. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. But that doesn't matter. Now, it was shown in episode 66 that Boruto does have feelings. Because when he said, when you become Hokage, I will become your bodyguard and protect you always. And then she started to blush. And then when he said, I want to become a shinobi like your father or your dad or whatever it is. She blushed even more. And then when Boruto said, what, do I have something on my face? Now, don't ask me how I remember all these lines. I rewatched episodes just to make sure I didn't miss any stuff. Now, there's been more signs of Boruto and Sarada, like, wink wink, nudge nudge, you know what I mean? Like, of them having feelings towards each other. But there hasn't been as many with Boruto and Sumori. We've only seen Sumori have more feelings towards Boruto, but not the other way around. It doesn't seem that Boruto has any, like, shown any affection or feelings towards Sumori. It was the only time we've seen Sumori show any affection towards Boruto was after her little arc where Mitsuki tried to kill her. She tried to kill everyone in Leaf Village or something like that. You know what I mean. So this is probably another thing to look forward to because everyone loves shippings. Who doesn't? But now, let's move on to number 6. Now, before we go on to number 6, there was something I forgot to mention at number 7. Hashtag Mitsuki knows. Mitsuki knows. He said it multiple times. Now, on to number 6. We have potential new Jinchuriki. This is from the manga that someone spoiled for me. God damn it. I got spoiled. I'm not going to say who spoiled because he'll probably be spamming in this video on the comments. But yeah, we have potential new Jinchuriki. I don't know if this is true or if it's not, but still. If we have new Jinchuriki, we obviously know that Boruto will obviously obtain the 9 tails from Naruto. So that's one down. Gaara will pass on his Shukaku to Shinki, which is his adopted son. As for the other tail beasts, I have no clue. I actually have no clue. This is probably one of the hardest subjects to talk about. I said that about a few others, but this is probably the hardest one to talk about because I have no clue about if there's going to be any new Jinchuriki or not because, like, all of the tail beasts are free. I can see that maybe the other ones who are not already in Jinchuriki, like Kenobi, Naruto, and Gaara, they will still have their Jinchuriki, while the other tail beasts are free. So it would be exciting to see a few others. Like, what if Konohamaru was to become a Jinchuriki? That would be sick, because he's quite powerful right now. He's like OP right now. And when he was a kid, he's an annoying little piece of shit, man. Like, he's so annoying, his voice. I found his voice annoying. Like, he didn't do anything. But anyway, that's all I got to say about this subject. So now we move on to number 5. Okay, guys, at number 5 we have like Boruto's new powers, like future powers. Like, if I can remember, his like eye is called the Jonagon. I think it's called. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If I butchered that name, I apologize. And in a recent episode, he obtained a curse mark from Momoshiki. So it's only in the middle of his palm right now. In this picture, it's shown, spoilers, unfortunately, it's shown it's nearly all over his hand already. But in the beginning of the anime, it showed like he's got a curse mark going from his hand all the way to his face, onto his right eye, or right, left, I don't know, I can't tell the difference. But, a question I want to ask, is it possible for him to get both eyes, Jonagon, or is it only accessible to one of his eyes? That would be cool if he could get on both eyes. If he got on both eyes, he'd be probably the most overpowered character ever, because his Jonagon, can't it read like, can't it see darkness or something like that? Like dark intent? It's basically like Naruto's Nine-Tails power, like he can sense darkness wherever it is. So, yeah, another thing that I'm trying to remember. What was I going to say? Wow, it just left me. God damn it. But, oh, another thing, yes, that's what I was going to say. The only other person who knows about this Jonagon is Sasuke. Sasuke, like, I don't know if he saw it, but he senses that Boruto has a great power within him. Like, because he knows that Boruto has a curse mark. So he obviously knows... God damn, I spoke too fast. He obviously knows that Boruto has that eye. So he must know that Boruto has the eye, because if he knows he has the curse mark, he has to know he has the eye. So what other future powers is Boruto going to get? Is he going to learn the Flying Raijin? He's learned the Rasengan already, so that's one. Is he going to learn the Rasen Shuriken? Is he going to learn all of Naruto's techniques, basically? He's going to become like a mini Naruto. Like, it would be great if he could learn all of Naruto's techniques. His techniques would be like super powered. Like, Naruto had the Nine-Tails like boosted power, and now he's going to have this Jonagon plus curse mark power. So basically, Boruto is very much like Sasuke in this matter, because Sasuke had a curse mark from Orochimaru at one point, if you remember. So, but now Boruto, I don't know how he got. Well, Momoshiki gave this one to him, but how did he get the eye? How did he get the eye? That's the main question. But enough about that. Time to move on to number 4. And at number 4, we have the nice, powerful Mitsuki and his Sage power. Now, he almost revealed this to us in one of the previous episodes. Well, it's already been revealed to us in episode 39, like how powerful Mitsuki's Sage power is. Like, he can break through shit, like, he can break through barriers that literally, like, are super protected. Like, I have no words for Mitsuki's Sage power. Like, how strong is Mitsuki's Sage power? We haven't seen the full extent of it yet. Like, we've already seen a snippet of his Sage power, and like, is his Sage power like also like similar to Kabuto's like dragon like Sage power? Or Kabuto's an ox, so who cares about him? But still, is it similar? Because Kabuto had Sage power and become like a dragon or something like that. Will Mitsuki be the same and like become like a dragon type of Sage power? Like, so far in this picture we can see snakes, but like it's clear like he's got like chakra, I think it's chakra, like chakra of snakes and Sage power going all around his body. So also another question, does Mitsuki's Sage power surpass Naruto's? Because Naruto or the first Hokage, because those are the two most powerful people who have Sage power at their side. Unfortunately, Jiraiya doesn't come up to the standards, but these two are like those two are the most powerful sage mode people I can think of. Does Mitsuki's Sage power, or dragon mode, I like to call it dragon mode, I don't know why, because it looks like a dragon. He would look like a dragon. His hair is on fire and everything, and his face looks all cracked off when he turns into that. Like, it's like it is a dragon. So like, damn. And another thing, why does Mitsuki keep this a secret? If he just lets this out in the open, like, why doesn't he want anyone to see it? Like, is he afraid he'll get kicked out of the academy? Well, why is he afraid of getting kicked out though? Is it like, does his power come from through Boruto, or is his power like, what's it called? Is his power source from somewhere else? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, who knows? I don't even know. Like, Mitsuki is great at this very moment. He's probably one of my favorite characters in the anime. Like, I just can't wait till we see more of him. Like, he went I think in the Genin exams he went head to head with Shino, like an expert ninja on like. Well, one of the, like, Jonin, he's not an expert ninja. I call him expert ninja. God damn, what is this world coming to? One of the Jonin, and he was only a Genin, but he's been trained by Orochimaru, so sort of hacks, or whatever you want to call it. But I just can't wait to see more from Mitsuki. Like, his Sage power is super powerful, and I wonder what Boruto and Sarada, and basically Team 7, and everyone's reaction is going to be when they see Mitsuki's powerful Sage power. And I wonder what they're gonna think after his secret has been out, or revealed, should I say. But now, it's time for us to move into the top 3. Okay, now we're into the top 3, guys. And now we move on to Boruto's connection or link to the Otsutsuki Otsutsuki clan, sorry. I cannot pronounce their surnames, I apologize. So, we've seen in previous episodes, I think this was near the beginning of the anime, that from the guy from Naruto the Last, which I cannot remember his name, unfortunately, has given Boruto, obviously, the Jonagon Eye. So, why did he give Boruto that eye? Is his connection to the Otsutsuki like stronger than Naruto or Hinata's? Because Hinata is the Byakugan princess, so makes sense that she is like, she's inherited from someone. I don't know who the hell she inherited from, but you get what I mean. And then we have Naruto, who has got Sage 6 power. Makes a lot of sense. But they gave Boruto this power like to see through darkness, like see darkness within people, should I say, or things, whatever. You know what I mean. And then we have the other guy, the third guy from the Momoshiki arc, which I don't know his name, unfortunately. I don't think they said his name yet, so I can't remember. If they did say his name, please leave it down in the comment section so I can slightly remember. So, and then they said that Boruto Uzumaki is going to be a threat into our plans more than we even imagined. Must eliminate him immediately. Whoa, what could this mean? What could this mean? This means that basically Boruto is now a target. Basically, he's being hunted by this guy. So obviously, this guy's probably gonna have help because he said we should eliminate him. He said we, and he's more of a target than we could have imagined. He's mentioned we twice. So that means he's not working alone. He was working with Momoshiki before, but now it seems he's already working with someone new. Who is he working for? That is the main question. And why is Boruto so like far linked into like the Otsutsuki clan? Like that's a clan of like where Kaguya's from. Is he a god? Is he a god? Is he a child of prophecy like Naruto is? Well, we don't know. So, if you guys have any ideas, leave them in the comment section because this was a very hard one to speak about, this one. But now we move on to number 2. Okay, guys, now we move on to number 2. Which is the future of Boruto and Team 7. Now, as you know, Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki, they all have their own goals. We don't know what Mitsuki's goal is really. Mitsuki's goal, I suppose, is to protect Boruto at all times, I suppose. Whereas Sarada wants to become a Hokage, and Boruto wants to become a shinobi like Sasuke. Now, they all have different, like, how do you call it, pathways to reaching. Now, unlike the original Team 7, will this new Team 7, will one of their members go off-road and go through the bumpy path like Sasuke did? Now, it could be a good chance, it has to be a good, god damn, my voice, I can't speak. There's a good chance it could be Boruto because he's training under Sasuke, but we don't know that. Most likely it won't happen because Sasuke is now on the narrow straight path. Sarada, probably not because it's Sasuke's daughter. And then we have Mitsuki, which we don't know about Mitsuki because Mitsuki's hiding a secret, so he's hiding a secret from his team and the entire Leaf Village, so we don't exactly know much about him. And plus, Mitsuki hasn't told anyone about he has an older brother, hasn't told anyone that his father is Orochimaru. Well, I think Naruto and Sasuke are the only ones who know about that, but still, no one else knows about that. So like, once Mitsuki's past is revealed, will Team 7, like the other members of Team 7, Boruto and Sarada, and the rest of the Leaf Village, like start to like misjudge or Mitsuki because of who he is and who his father is or mother or whatever you want to call him? He's a snake, whatever. But anyway, like, will the entire Leaf Village judge him, or will they just stick with him as the same as everyone else? I suppose. Like, I don't know really what much to talk about this one because it's a hard one to talk about. Like, because Boruto wants to become more like Sasuke, I feel like he's gonna like turn edgier as well. And Sarada, she's more like go-lucky like Naruto for some reason. Well, not at all times, I suppose. She's got a bit of Sasuke's edginess and flipping arrogance and attitude, but you get what I mean. But yeah, there's really not much to talk about. So I guess we'll move on to number 1 now. Okay guys, we have finally reached number 1, and number 1 is going to be the new Akatsuki, which is known as the Kara. I do not know anything about this, all I know is the name, and I have no idea about this, like I said, so don't go spoiling anything in the comments. I swear to God, I'll come to us now, slap you like this if you heard that. Swear to God. But anyway, enough about that. Now I'm kind of hoping like this new Akatsuki, I'm just gonna call it the Kara, should I say, which I don't know why it's called that. I'm hoping it's gonna be like a bit better. Well, not a bit better. I like the Akatsuki. There's nothing I don't think anything can like beat the Akatsuki when it comes to like bad guys. Like most bad guys. I'm just hoping this Akatsuki has a. I keep calling it Akatsuki. Oh damn it! I'm hoping this Kara has more like members that are a bit more vicious and like have more murderous intent. I suppose most of the members are killers in this one. Like I hope none of them are too overpowered. Like we had Pain, we had Itachi, we had Obito. I suppose you want to call it that. Zetsu, I don't call him overpowered because he was working for flipping Kaguya the entire time, so I'm not counting him as part of the Akatsuki. Madara, I suppose you want to count him. I'm just hoping there's not too many overpowered characters. We already have about 4 or 5 of them, but still. I have a feeling that one of the members is going to be that guy that was working for Momoshiki, who's still alive. The one that was working for him. I don't remember his name like I said before, but still. Now, also, do you guys think that it's going to be like a double crossing in this Kara organization? Like, what's it called? Like Obito double crossed like everyone in the Akatsuki basically. Like he double crossed Pain, Konan, he manipulated everyone. And on top of that, Madara was pulling the strings the entire time, but then Kaguya or Zetsu, Black Zetsu was pulling the strings the entire time. But you get the message. Black Zetsu's not part of the Akatsuki, so get him out. But still, do you think this new Akatsuki is going to be better than the original? I don't think so. But what I do know, one of the other characters in the manga, which was spoiled to me, there's a guy with a beard and a mask in the Akatsuki. His mask is not like Obito's mask. You can see his face, but I think it's just his mask is like it's like a Batman mask basically. I think something like that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure of it, but still, he's an old man, and he pulls a resemblance to a certain character, which I don't want to spoil anyone, but he pulls a resemblance to a certain character. Now I'm just hoping it's not him, and he's not the boss of the Akatsuki. So do you think there's going to be like a second boss? Like you had Pain, and then you had Obito, who was pulling from behind the shadows. So do you think there'll be something like that? What do you think like the boss of this new Kara will be like some random overpowered character that we've never seen in the anime before, and then they give us his backstory like the minute he's about to die? Or do you think there's going to be just one big bad boss who's going to like kill everyone? Now what I've also thought, so you remember Shin Uchiha, that arc where Sarada wanted to go find Sasuke? I thought he was part of that organization, but he wasn't. So that's another big thing to look forward to. That's probably the biggest and most hypest thing to look forward to, like the members of this new organization, and like when this new organization is going to appear, because they're most likely going to appear and they're going to be going after Boruto. We don't know what else they're after, but I'm just hoping that they appear soon, because I know we're going through the filler arc in Boruto. So just please appear soon, because I'm too hyped for this. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this top 10. Episode 2 is over for this for today. Now I'm going to say a few things before ending off. Now, it was quite hard to talk about most of these subjects. Well, not most of them, some of them. I think number 2 was quite hard to talk about. If I go back a few things, like number, let's see, what else? We got I thought number 10 was quite hard to talk about. Number 9 and 8, they were quite hard. I think the ones that I struggled with, they weren't much like content worthy, I suppose, but it's my first time doing like a discussion like this about an anime. I've watched all of the Boruto episodes up until this point. I watched the recent one, which was the Chocho one, which is a completely irrelevant character. I do not like her. Why is she in the anime? I don't understand. But you get the message, guys. I think the most exciting thing for me is, obviously you saw, I'm super excited for this new arrival of this new Akatsuki. Obviously I'm excited for the shipping to meet his Sage Mode, Boruto's new powers. I'm not too excited about anything else really. I just tried to narrow it down. It was quite hard to narrow it down from all of these, because there was a lot I wanted to talk about, but I had to narrow it down to only just 10. There are other things, but these I think were the main things I really wanted to talk about. So guys, I think that's gonna be it for all I've said. Like I've said quite a lot today, and I hope you've enjoyed. And don't forget, if you want me to do more of these, leave suggestions down in the comments of what top 10 you want me to do. And yeah, it will really help me out. Your support will be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to hit the like button if you really enjoyed these videos. But I'm Lucario Mix Gaming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.